right, ladies. Oh, let me mute everybody. Hang on. Welcome to our first team getting started right call. I'm super excited to start doing these. We're going to have them once a month, and it's going to be the first Thursday of every month. So you guys can always count on that happening unless randomly it's a holiday, but I don't think it ever will be. New Year's Day, the night of, does not count. That's not a holiday anymore. Everybody parties the night before. I can't think of any time that it would land on a holiday. So you can pretty much always count on this being the time slot for our team getting started right call. And the whole point of these is it's basically your first introduction to, okay, I signed up as a coach, what now, right? And the reason I wanted to start doing this as a team instead of just individually is if maybe I'm not your coach or your upline coach is, helping a bunch of new coaches get started every month. It's really time consuming to do these calls one-on-one, but also it's really helpful to make sure that everybody's getting the same information. You guys are all being pointed in the same direction. Everybody kind of has the same mindset going into it. It doesn't matter what your goals are or, how much money you're trying to make. Like the very beginning steps of starting this business, whether it's just to get your Shakeology paid for or, to go 6 and 7 figures. The very beginning is the exact same. So don't think that, you don't belong on this call just because you don't really want to run a business. You just want to get your shakes paid for or, vice versa. So everybody is welcome here. And this is so you guys also, down the road, these calls are available to your new coaches. So if you're at a point where you don't feel comfortable, teaching a new coach what to do to get their business started, you can let them know about this call and to hop on it. So it's available to you guys as a resource. That's what I'm here for. So, okay, just a couple quick announcements before we get started. Just a reminder, all challenge packs are $20 off for the month of November. They're calling it Blue November because Beachbody Blue, I guess. I don't know. They didn't even explain it. But all challenge packs are $20 off, making it super, super easy for you guys to invite this month and get people enrolled and get them started with healthy habits before the New Year's rush. They don't have to wait and gain 10 pounds over the holidays and then make it harder on themselves in January. I am going to be running a free group. If you guys saw my video in the team page this morning, I'll be running a free group this second full week. Where's my calendar? It's the week of November 12th through the 16th. I'm going to do a Monday through Friday, 5-day free group. The workouts are all going to be Shanti because we've got Transform 20 launching December 4th. So we want to start to introduce people who don't know, who may live under a rock and don't know who Shanti is. We want to introduce them to him so they can see his style, his personality, what kind of workouts he does. And then the recipes I'm sharing in that group are all going to be focused on holiday gatherings. So desserts, cocktails, Thanksgiving favorites, green bean casserole, all that stuff is in Fixate already. So it's an easy resource for you guys to pull from. But if you do want to utilize that free group to add value to your target market and invite people to, I will post the link to it once it's all set up in our team page. So just be on the lookout for that. And then the Summit Travel Cash Incentive is still going on. So if you are planning to go to Summit, even thinking about going to Summit, make sure you guys are qualifying for Success Club, which we'll talk about soon. So that you can earn $200 travel cash toward your summit trip, which is in July. Okay, so let's talk coaching. The very first thing that I like to have coaches think about when they come into our team is, why are you here? What are your goals? What are you trying to turn this into? And that can be anything from, I need my shakes paid for because there really isn't room in my budget for them, but I gotta have them, to I would love an extra $200 to $500 a month. Like that would change so much for us. Or, myself as a mom, I felt guilty because I wasn't bringing in a full-time income. So anytime I went to go do something for myself, I felt like I was taking from our family money, So a lot of moms out there are just looking for their own fun money, all the way up to, I want to be the next top coach. I want to make 7 figures a year, which is 100% possible for anybody. So I don't want you sitting here thinking that you're like, yeah, right, that's never going to happen. It can happen. But, and anything in between. So I want you guys to really take some time tonight after this call is over and think about why you're here. Why did you decide to join our team? Why did you come onto this call? You know, what exactly are you looking for this business opportunity to do for you? And, you know, dumb it down all the way to like, I need to make $250 a month, or I need to make $300 a week, or whatever it is. Nothing is too big or too small. These are your goals. They're not my goals. They're not your upline coach's goals. They're your goals. So when we get off this call tonight, your homework is to email your upline sponsor coach, whether it's me or Tracy or whoever it is, and tell them what your goals are. Tell them, why you're here, what you're looking for this business to do for you, what kind of income goal you have, let's say in the next 6 months, and then the next maybe year or so. Because I tell everybody, I'm like, look, commit to being here a year from now. Like if you have that long-term vision, then you're going to be a lot more patient with the process. Obviously, this is not a, get everybody to sign up for a challenge group and then overnight you're going to be a millionaire. Like that's not what this is. Any legitimate business is going to take time to build that consistent income. So, have a long-term vision. Think about 6 months from now, a year from now. Where would you like to be as far as your income? If you've been browsing around the Coach Online office and you're familiar with any of, like the rank stuff or whatever, sorry, let me turn my ringer off. You could say like, oh, I want to be a 5-star diamond in a year, whatever it is, but kind of brainstorm a little bit. Think about what you want. Maybe you want to be able to pay for a family trip to Disney World. Maybe you want to, pay off your car. Maybe you want to buy a new car. Maybe you want to be able to afford a down payment on a house. Like what would this income do for your family? Because I'm here to tell you, any business is going to have hurdles. You're going to have, hard times in the business, and you have to know why you're here and what you want to get out of this to keep yourself pushing through those times. Guys, I've been here for 4.5 years. I am not going to lie. There have been days where I'm like, I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. Like, this is stupid. I wasn't hitting goals that I had set for myself. I couldn't, there was even a couple of months in there where I struggled to get the bare minimum done for whatever reason, things were going on. I'm not going to make excuses for it, but it happens to everyone. So I want you guys to know that, so that way with the first time a month like that comes along, you're not like, oh, I wasn't cut out for this. I can't do it. Yes, you can. The people that are here, 3, 5, 7 years from now are the ones that stuck it out through those hard months and just kept going because they had a clear vision of what they wanted this business to do for them. There is a quote, actually, I was listening to a call earlier today, and Keith said, it wasn't Keith, it was Christina, strategy without the fire is nothing. So, my goal is to keep this call super simple for you guys, and not overload the whole, business planning and strategic part of it, because yes, there is strategy behind how we market ourselves and how we go about, building our social media following and things like that. But guys, if you don't have the energy and the enthusiasm and the passion for this stuff, if you're not 100% on board with believing in these programs and these products and what they do in your own life, you are never going to be able to convince someone else that they need to join you. So I want you guys to really think about that. Ask yourself, why? Why did you think it was a good idea to spend $160 on that challenge pack? What made what convinced you to stick around 30 days later when you had the option to say, I'm out, I want my money back? What did this stuff do for you? And go out and share that with the world, because that is what's going to build your team. That passion, that fire, that enthusiasm is going to build your business way the heck faster than any business plan ever would. You are not, if you go look at my social media feed, you're not going to see the prettiest pictures. I don't have a diva light or those $300 crazy, I don't have the best filter on my pictures. I don't spend a ton of time making sure all my pictures look the same. I honestly don't really plan my posts ahead of time either, because I'm just here to be real. And that's what's relatable. I don't have these long, eloquent, inspirational posts most of the time, because I'm like, my life is chaos and I don't have time for that. So the more real and the more raw you are, and let your passion and your enthusiasm shine through, That is going to build a business for you more so than planned content and canned pictures and all that good stuff. So just don't stress too much about making this business pretty. Just go out and share with the world, right? Okay, so sharing, how do we do that? So this business boils down to 4 very, very basic behaviors. It doesn't matter if you are a brand new coach, if you are a diamond coach, if you are a superstar 15-star diamond coach. The 4 basic things we do day in and day out are all the same. If your goal is to make, $150 a week, you do them. If your goal is to make $10,000 a week, you just do more of them. Okay? So the first one is be proof the product works, you guys. Use the stuff. Drink your Shakeology. Pick a program. Do it from start to finish. Don't hop around. You're not going to get the results that you're trying to get if you're just winging it, right? Have a plan. Pick a program. Do the calendar start to finish. Take your pictures. Have those testimonials. Ask around in the challenge group that you're participating in if anybody else has before and after pictures from a program that they'd be willing to let you use. Lots of people will let you use them. And we even have some in our team page that you can pull from too. But be proof and share, you guys. If nobody knows what you're doing, how do you expect them to join you? You have to share. You have to do it. You have to talk to people. And I know it's scary, but the hardest part, just like your health and fitness journey, is getting started. So just do it. Just rip the Band-Aid, do it. Post a picture, tell everybody how incredible you feel after that first workout and how being a part of a challenge group and that support and accountability is just making you push play on days when the baby woke up 47 times and you got 2 hours of sleep. Whatever it is, share with people. You have to be open. Share your life. Share how you're fitting it in. Share your struggles, you guys. I'm not saying go on social media and be a Debbie Downer all the time, but don't pretend to be perfect either because nobody is, right? You can share when you're having a hard day, but what you're doing about it, be that positive influence in somebody's life because that's what they're going to be attracted to and that's what's going to make them want to join you. Okay, so being proof the products work and sharing. Number 2, personal development. Holy cow. This is, in my opinion, probably one of the most important things you can do for yourself and for your business. If you are not working on this, there's no way you're going to be able to build a business. You are going to hit roadblocks. You are going to come across people that tell you you're ridiculous and this is a pyramid scheme and you can't do it. You're never going to be as successful as so-and-so or whatever it is. Guys, those are not your people, first of all. Don't listen to them. Any business is going to have hurdles, but you have to push past that stuff and you have to, you have to constantly be working on personal growth in order to deal with that kind of stress and those kind of outside influences. You can ask around in our team page, but there are like 1,000,001 podcasts and books and all that stuff. And I'm not going to dive too much into that right now. You can ask around for recommendations, but seriously, personal development should be a part of your every single day. If it's 15 minutes, you got something on speakerphone on your bathroom counter while you're washing your face and brushing your teeth and putting your pajamas on, awesome. Like that, sometimes that's all I can fit into. Sometimes I'll listen to a podcast, in the car when I'm driving to a kid's doctor's appointment or, when we're out at the park, I'll have one earbud in and I'll be listening, catching up on a national wake-up call or something like that. But fit it into the cracks of your day, at least 15 minutes. Sometimes it's more, sometimes it's not, and that's okay. But make it part of your everyday. You are what you consume, and that includes your food, your media, and the people around you. So be careful what you're feeding yourself, and feeding your brain and who you're surrounding yourself with. Okay, number 3, connect, invite, follow up. Okay. Obviously, this is a relationship business, right? You can't just message somebody that you haven't talked to in 5 years and been like, hey, oh my gosh, I haven't seen you since high school. You want to buy a challenge pack? It doesn't work that way, you guys. This is first and foremost a relationship business. And you are getting to know the people that you are going to be supporting. as a coach. And I know that sounds scary, and it doesn't mean that you have to be an expert in this stuff. It means you're there for them to listen to their struggles and to lead by example first and foremost, and showing them that, you know, you push through hard days and so can they. But, you know, the connection is, you know, sharing, like we talked about before, sharing your life and sharing how you're fitting all of this stuff in, connecting with your target market on social media. And I'm talking to a lot of other moms and fire wives, you know, because we have to fly solo a lot. And that's something that we have in common when our husbands are gone overnight. A lot of military wives I talk to, you know, and some now that I am, you know, my business has grown to the point where I'm like, yeah, this is a job and I treat it as such. And so I'm talking to a lot of other working moms too, and how they're balancing mom life with work life. So, you know, when you're connecting with those people on social media, finding things that you guys have in common so you can build that relationship, and then it builds that trust and credibility as well. So when they're following you and you do extend an invite, then, you know, the connection and the trust is already there. Following up, you guys, following up is huge. There's a saying, the fortune is in the follow-up, right? You 9 times out of 10 are going to hear no the first time you talk to somebody, and the first time you invite somebody or ask them, you know, hey, I'm doing these workouts. Like, what do you think about coming to do it with me? No, I'm good. But now they're watching you, okay? So you have to follow up. If you don't follow up with somebody, they're going to think, oh, yeah, I was just a number. She had to send out 10 invites that day, so I was just a number. If you follow up, it shows that you care and you really do want them to join you, because this stuff is working for you and you want them to feel just as amazing as you do. So don't feel like you're nagging people. Honestly, I think it's the exact opposite. I've literally never had somebody say, you know, like, fuck off, you know, stop messaging me. I've never had somebody say that. I've had people say, oh my gosh, thank you so much for reaching out again. I've been so busy. I meant to answer your last message, but I just totally forgot about it. I hear that way more often than anything negative. And literally nobody has ever said, like, stop talking to me. So don't be afraid of the follow-up. And then the last one is recognition. You know, once you have a team and your team is accomplishing things, it could be a rank advancement. It could be their first coach on their team. It could be their highest paycheck. Literally anything, you guys, but especially before people have that consistent income that is driving their motivation to keep pushing the gas on this business, that recognition goes so far. But that goes for your challengers too. So even before you have a team of coaches to be mentoring and cheering on, you have challengers that are joining you. You have friends that are doing this program right alongside you. And it is just as important to cheer them on as it is anybody on your team. Give people a shout out for losing 5 pounds. You don't have to post a picture of them. You don't have to post their name. Or you can if you want to. A lot of times I like to screenshot a conversation. If somebody texts me and they're like, oh my gosh, I woke up this morning and my favorite jeans fit, I'll screenshot it, block out their name, and I post it in my Instagram story. And I'm like, heck yes, that is what it's all about right there. You know, getting those messages from people and how excited they are 2 weeks into my challenge group. That's why I do what I do. So I share that kind of stuff in my social media as well. So those are the 4 vital behaviors, you guys. Be proof the products work and share it. Personal development, connect, invite, and follow up, and recognition. Hang on, I have to sneeze. I think. Maybe not. Okay, so when we talk about inviting, you guys, obviously that is going to be the first way that you're going to see a paycheck is you get a commission off of any challenge pack sales. Or sales of anything, you know, a Beachbody On Demand membership, performance products, beach bars, anything. Most of the time when you're inviting somebody, you're inviting them to a challenge group, which is going to entail the purchase of a challenge pack. Or maybe a completion pack if they happen to have already signed up for Beachbody On Demand. There are packages available that don't include Beachbody On Demand, but you get a commission off of that. So, and our business week runs from Thursday morning to Wednesday night, midnight Eastern Standard Time. Hi, Colin. So if you, let's say, sell a challenge pack to somebody on a Saturday, right? So that business week is going to close that Wednesday night. There's a 1-week processing time, and then your paycheck will hit the following Thursday morning. You can sign up for direct deposit. FYI, if you didn't get that in your welcome email from your upline coach, if you have questions about that, you can message me or your coach. But that's how we get paid, and that's going to be the first way that you see money. Now, going on from there, the volume that's created on your team, the volume that's created on your team is going to go into like a volume bank, and you're going to start earning something called team cycle bonus. I will get more into this, and other coaches that host the Emerald calls will get more into what team cycle bonus looks like and how you can start earning it on the Emerald call next week, same time, same place. But just so you guys know, over time, your team cycle bonus is going to be the majority of your paycheck, because nobody's here to be a salesman, right? We're here to just help people that are ready to get started. We're not here to hustle for more challenge pack sales. So your retail commission should not be a huge part of your paycheck once you've gotten a team going, and you've got coaches that are, helping other people get started as well. Okay, moving on to Success Club. Real quick, I'm just going to brush over this because I don't want you guys to focus on this so much as just getting out there and sharing. But you're going to hear a lot of talk about Success Club on like national wake-up calls and stuff. Success Club is the kind of like this benchmark that Beachbody created to let you know you're doing the right things to get your business started. When I first started as a coach, I was told if you hit Success Club 5 every month for 2 years, you'll be making 50 grand a year. If you hit Success Club 10 every month for 2 years, you'll be making 6 figures at the end of those 2 years. So each challenge pack or completion pack sale is going to get you 2 Success Club points. So in order to get into Success Club 5, you got to sell 3 of them, right? In order to get into Success Club 10, 5 people. And you can earn Success Club points off of like an old customer. You can only get Success Club points from the same person every 6 months. So somebody bought a challenge pack 6 months ago, and then maybe 2 months ago turned off their Shakeology. They still have Beachbody on demand, and now 6 months after they joined you, they say, oh my gosh, I want the completion pack for that new program, and they order it. You'll get Success Club points from them again. So it's really important to keep that relationship and communication open with, your old challengers that may have fallen off. That's an easy way to help you hit Success Club every month for sure. Why? Success Club is just, if you're consistently hitting Success Club every month, you know that you are generating the volume and the momentum to build a consistent paycheck. I think that's what we're all here for, right? At the end of the day, whether it's just enough to get your shakes paid for or enough to quit your full-time job. Okay, hey buddy, I need you to hush, okay? If you want to be in here, you gotta be quiet. And we'll talk about more about Success Club in team trainings and stuff too, but just so you guys know what that is when you hear the term. Also, Summit, which is our huge convention, like 50,000 coaches will be in Indianapolis next July. If you are a brand new coach, you have the opportunity to earn a ticket to Summit. Oh my gosh, I have 4 minutes left. If you have the opportunity to earn a ticket to Summit, if you hit Success Club 5 minimum, your first 3 full months in the business. So if you joined on the 20th of the month, that first 10 days doesn't count. If you hit Success Club, it'll count. But if you don't, it's okay. They'll do your first full 3 months. If you've been a discount coach for a while and you're just getting started with the business building stuff, unfortunately, you do miss out on that opportunity. But Summit tickets, just a real quick plug, are on sale for $145 right now. And as we get closer, the price is going to go up. So you should get it now. If you're even thinking about going, you should definitely purchase your Summit ticket, because I had coaches last year that waited and then at the last minute decided, like, I got to get there. I got to do this because I'm serious about building this business. And then tickets were like $300 and they couldn't make it work. So take advantage of the low ticket prices right now, you guys. Rachel Hollis is going to be the guest speaker. She's amazing. Okay, when you invite, what are you inviting to? Challenge groups, you guys. You can either run your own, or there's always somebody on our team that's got a challenge group going. You can invite to mine anytime. So if you're afraid to run your own, it's normal. It's okay. You can invite to somebody else's, so reach out to your upline coach and ask about that. If you do want to run your own, there are challenge group guides in your coach online office, which your upline coach can also talk to you about. I'm trying to make sure I get through all this stuff really quick. So the first thing you want to do to get started, sit down and literally just write down 100 names of people you know. Don't pre-qualify them. Do not say, oh, that person would never, or oh, that person can't afford it, or oh, that person's already in really good shape. Don't pre-qualify anybody. Literally just brain dump 100 people onto a piece of paper, okay? Then you reach out to them. Just say, hey, how is it going? Check in. Build that relationship, you guys. It's not a, hey, I just became a coach. You got to come do this with me. That's not what it is. But just be brainstorming, build those relationships. And if there is somebody on your list that you're like, they would make an amazing coach, you're going to rip the Band-Aid and you're going to send them a message and be like, I thought of you. I have started doing this business and I think you would rock it out and like fly right by me. And I would love to share what it is that I'm doing and why I'm doing it. And if they say, oh, okay, that's awesome. I'd love to hear about it. Message your upline coach. They'll help you with the next step. But don't be afraid. The point is, don't be afraid to reach out to somebody. I help new coaches all the time. They're like, I invited this person and now they want more information. What do I say? I will literally type a response for them that they can copy and paste, you guys. Like, I will get in your conversations for you if you need help. Do not be afraid to invite. If you're afraid to invite, your business is never going to grow. You are never going to impact another life if you are afraid to reach out and offer your help. And your upline coach will do the exact same thing for you. They will help you with those conversations. They invited you, right? They're not afraid to do it. So don't be scared to ask for help, you guys. That's what we're here for. That's what this team atmosphere is for. So that we can all do this together. Oh, somebody's sleepy. Okay, really quick. Training resources. There is a new coach training. It's like self-paced. It's in a Google Doc. It's pinned at the top of our Team Ignite page. Go through that on your own time. Some people do it in a day. Some people do it in 2 weeks. It's your thing. You do it at your own leisure. The Beachbody Champions page, make sure you add yourself in there. They have speakers in there a couple times a week, and they're all awesome, and they have great things to say. My 2 tips on this. A, don't feel like you have to watch everything because it's a lot. I more use the search bar. If I'm like, I want to know what's going on Instagram right now. Like, how are people building Instagram? I'll go into the Beachbody Champions page, type Instagram in the search box, and see the most recent training on Instagram, and then go from there. Do not feel like you have to watch everything. Keith Callahan said on a call today, he said, Beachbody coaches are in this thing right now. We're overtrained and underperforming. Overtrained and underperforming. You do not need to know all the things. You need to know those 4 things I talked about, the 4 vital behaviors. That's it. That's all you need to know. So don't feel like you have to know everything to get started. You know how your program and your products are making you feel. Go talk to people about that. That's it. You okay? And then the other thing about the Beachbody Champions page is take it with a grain of salt, because every coach will tell you all the things that they're doing, but you can't implement everything. So listen for things that you feel like resonate with your style and how you would like to run your business, and maybe try one of those out. You can't possibly do everything that you're learning. National Wake Up Call, Mondays at 8 a.m. Pacific time, 11 a.m. Eastern time. They're on the Team Beachbody Coach 411 Facebook page. It's a live feed every Monday. There's also a podcast to listen to the playbacks. Just go search for Team Beachbody Podcast, subscribe to it, and then you'll get the new calls as they are downloaded. That's it. I'm only a minute late, you guys. Don't forget about your homework. Spend a few minutes tonight brainstorming about your goals. Don't be shy. It's okay. Whatever they are, they're your goals. Email them to your upline. You can CC me if you want, if your upline happens to be out of town, Katie, or anybody else that's watching this. Maybe your upline's not exactly working the business and you want some help from somebody that is. My email is coached, COACHED by Shana, SHAINA, @gmail.com. You can CC me on it, and then I'm happy to help in any way that I can. I didn't leave time for questions. I'm so sorry. If you guys have questions, I have a few minutes. So if you want, you can ask. You can just unmute yourself. Okay. Oh, sorry. Did I scare you? Does anybody have any questions before we hang up?
Quick question, Shayna.
Yeah.
I'm having more problem with the follow-up.
Okay. Like doing it at all or not getting response or what?
Not getting responses. And then if I don't get any response, what's the next?
So I usually follow up with people like 3 or 4 times before I like just leave them alone.
Right. It's like how many times?
Yeah.
And, yeah.
So typically I time my invites to create a sense of urgency in joining my challenge group. So if my next challenge group starts 3 weeks away, I'm probably not talking to people about it yet. I'm focusing on building that relationship. Then I invite about 2 weeks before it starts to give me a week to have that conversation and answer questions, but I want to try to get them to order about a week before the group starts so they get their Shakeology in the mail on time. However, if they don't, I always nudge people about, if they say they're going to do it, then I've had I get to I send them a share a cart email to order their stuff, and then they don't do it. I'll hit them up like 2 days later. I'm like, hey, I just wanted to make sure you didn't have any hiccups. Did you get the email? Sometimes they end up in spam, that kind of thing. If they still don't answer about 24 to 48 hours before my group officially kicks off, so at some point over the weekend, I say, hey, Katie, it's Shayna. I hope you're having a great weekend. I just wanted to check in with you. My group officially kicks off on Monday, so I wanted to make sure you got your stuff ordered and you have access to the workouts in time to start with us on Monday if it's still something you wanted to do. If not, let me know. I can definitely keep you in the loop for the next round. I always give them an out because then people feel like they have options when they answer and they don't need to be like, oh, I don't want to do it. Okay. That kind of thing. Yep. And then if they still don't answer, when I start my invites for the next group, I'll just check in and be like, hey, how's it going? Haven't talked to you in a couple weeks. Get that conversation started again.
Okay.
Okay. Anybody else? Brittany or Stephanie, have any questions? I know. All right, ladies. Well, thank you for hopping on. If you guys are watching the recording and you have questions, just type them below this or message your upline. Either way. But I bet somebody has the same question, so it would totally benefit other people to see the dialogue here in the comments. All right, you guys. Have a good night.
All right. Thanks, Shayna.
Bye.